Hi everybody, it's Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our video today, on my own today, and probably for the next couple of videos as well, until I think we're not together until Friday to do another voiceover. So first patient here, what we can see is a very, very thick layer of skin deeper in this canal. Now I'm trying to lift this off. Now this skin's gone particularly dry, it's gone quite dehydrated. So what that means is it's gone very, very tough. And what we've also got is a layer of dry, sort of almost crumbly wax sitting beyond this first layer of skin here. So what I'm doing is lifting this from the base of the canal, just trying to detach as much of it as I possibly can, but you can see that it's just really, really kind of solid. So I've had to switch up to the standard size ulnar tube. Now, the difficulty when you have this type of skin and you have to use the standard size tube just to get that much better grip is you're always at the risk of clarinetting. Now, what I want you to do is watch what happens there. Did you see that vibration to the skin? That means we've had some clarinetting in there. So what I've done is added a little bit of olive oil in, and what that's done, it looks like a totally different ear canal now, but basically what we've done is when the oil's gone in, it's absorbed into that little bit of skin. I sort of flattened the skin against the canal wall there. Now the difficulty is we could see the fine end wouldn't get that piece of skin out, and when we tried to put the standard size ulnar tube in there, we ended up with a little bit of clarinetting, so we can't carry on with that, especially that close to the eardrum. So what I've done is just used a little bit of olive oil just to moisten everything up a little bit in there, getting rid of this more dry, almost crumbly wax. And then what I've asked the patient to do is add a little bit of oil in now, and let's do that sort of every couple of weeks, and just do that for a little bit of time. What it's going to do is absorb into that really dry skin layer that you had there, and that's going to help to allow that to migrate out a little bit more effectively, and then we're going to be able to get that away without causing any clarinetting. This is Taylor's patient here now, so I'm not too sure of the backstory of this particular patient. Normally we'd have Taylor to help me out on this one, to voice this over a little bit, but we're not together until Friday. So what we can see here is a very thick layer of wax, and this is kind of quite angular at the front end here. It's a little bit flatter against the canal wall, so we just need to give this a little bit of a wiggle. There we go. I can see what he's doing. He's trying to detach that layer from the right hand side of the canal. It's an awkward shape because it's kind of laying sort of flattish. You've got a narrower end to work on, so you don't get such a fantastic suction grip, unfortunately, for that. But it's starting to move. There we go. Let's give this. Ooh, I can see what he's doing. He's really trying to kind of wiggle that one particular piece of wax, just to sort of almost flatten it a little bit to get it out and around that bend. Oh, it's almost there. It's going, it's going. He's really struggling to get it around that corner. Now, sometimes with this type, because you can see the wax itself is quite mobile, and sometimes what will happen is if you go in with a tool, so a lot of people say, well, you know, why not forceps? Why not go in with something else? Sometimes when you've got the wax in this position, when you try and put a tool beyond it, what happens is you inadvertently push the wax back into its original starting point, which makes it a lot harder to get back out. So I can see what he's doing here. He's trying to wedge it in this outer portion of the ear canal, and then he's just going to go over the top here. He's just right at the entrance, using the, I think that's a rye curette rather than a Jobson horn. God, it goes back a fair way. You can see how dry that is further back. It's almost got this matte appearance to it. Oh, difficult with those very, very fine hairs right at the entrance to the canal. You can see they're not particularly long. They just happen to be in exactly the spot we need to pop the endoscope into. But he's doing well here, drawing all this down. One more in now, and I think we should. If you can just drop behind that section. Oh, is it clipping that one? He's just spotted it was almost clipping that back piece, but difficult to get beyond it. So he's going to remove this section. Oh, it's still attached. It's still attached, so we're doing okay. If you can just nip behind that next section. And there we go. Out that comes. Let's lift this up. And there we go. You can see that very, very dark, very old type of wax. A little bit of tympanosclerosis there. If you're new to the channel, when we're looking at the eardrum, you saw that sort of milky patch. If you go back a couple of seconds, you'll see it. That milky patch is known as tympanosclerosis. Tympanosclerosis is basically, it's almost like a sort of almost like a thickening, if you like, of the eardrum. You get it with age, you can get it with damage, or like, you know, from infections. Sometimes anything that's resulted in a hole in the eardrum, like a perforation, grommet, anything like that, you'll get this bit of tympanosclerosis there. Not quite so bad, that first piece on this one, but how much more is left in there? Quite a bit by the looks of it. So he's just going in now, trying to grab the edge of this wax. I think he's going to end up with a similar situation on this one. Depends on what happens with this piece. If it turns the whole block of wax, which it doesn't look like it's doing at the moment, you might end up with a bit of an issue. I know I'm trying to see around the corner. It's not going to work, is it? So he's just getting this little bit of an edge. Got a bit blurry, just hit a little bit of oil there. But as he brought that out, you can see we've just pulled that next section through. So looking good. Let's get beyond to the next one. A little bit more to come away. Now what's going to happen with this piece? It looks quite hard again. Can't quite see whether he's just got enough room to bring it down the canal, or is this going to get wedged right at the entrance, just like the last one did? Oh, it's not quite there, is it? He's trying to wiggle it through. Now I can see there's a little bit of a gap on the right hand side. Now he may opt to go in with a Rosen inserter here. It depends how big that gap is. There you go. He's checking the gap. I see. I knew he was going to do something. Wow, he's gone in with a right hook instead. So let's see if we can get that right hook. Might be a little bit too big. Oh no, he's creating a bit of space. Oh, it goes back a fair way. Ideally, you want it to be behind that plug, but when you've moved that wax across, you can see beyond it, it goes back a fair way. Not the biggest of ear canals, looking at that size of the canal compared to the Rhys curette there. Can he get beyond? Starting to pull. Has he got enough of a grip is the question. So having to go back in now. This is the right hook again. It looks like he's managing just to get beyond. Oh, there we go. So we moved some of it. God, that's a very, very deep piece in here. Now it's whether you opt to go in and just grab this front section, break that away, which would be handy. That's going to improve the visuals then for the next section. Here we are, starting to come away. And out that comes. Oh, he's just lifting this. Oh, he just broke that front end off. So, oh my goodness. That's a deep, dark piece of wax, that one. Is it going to be really well behaved is the question. Yep. There we go. And looking a lot better there beyond. So he removed 5 centimeters, 2 inches worth of wax. I can't remember whether I did the measurement on the first one. No, I don't think I did. So what have we got for mine for the last one? Let's have a little look. Ooh, look at that. So a very full ear canal. So going in with a little bit of suction here. Just trying to kind of loosen this front section. My goodness me. There's a lot of skin you can see just around that outside edge there. So I'm looking for any looser sections we've got. Lifting from the bottom here. Right, not really budging with the suction. So going in now with the Rhys curette. Let's see if we can just break that top section down. Give us a little bit of purchase. Ooh, there we go. So let's have a little look beyond that. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going back in with a bit of suction. Sorry, my video's stuttering a little bit. So we had this problem when we voiced over the other day, but I think we're getting, oh, the big plug coming away there. Lovely. And let's see if we can lift from the side. Gosh. Really thick kind of skin and wax layer there. That skin is holding everything in place by the looks of it. trying to work around it here. Really trying to kind of work this one edge. Oh, there we go. God, that doesn't want to budge, does it? The video just caught itself back up again. I can see what's going on properly now. There we go. So really trying to detach that one. Oh my goodness me, that is solidly attached in there, isn't it? That is we're gonna need to wiggle our socks off to get that one out, I think. There we go. So some of that skin layer just came away. Let's see if we can get the wax layer, wax plug out. Oh, it's starting to go. There we are. Oh, nice chunky bit of wax, that one. Oh my goodness me, there's still more in there as well. So I really itchy nose today, sorry guys. But it's coming away. Let's hope this comes away nicely. Yep, good grip. Oh, and there we go, look at that. So we can see the eardrum beyond, a little bit of sort of tidying up. I've got this very kind of thick, hard layer on this left-hand side that's come away nicely. And right-hand side, it's very dry skin there. I do try and peel some of this away. There we go, looking a lot better. And there we are, eardrum looking good. Very kind of similar on this side in consistency, I would say. The actual amount of wax is not quite as much on that side. So a good grip there with the suction. Start to wiggle this away. There we are, out that comes. It's going in now with a right curette. Let's see if we can get over the top of this next section. Oh, it's almost there. Oh, look at that. Nice little round plug on that one. And then back it. Oh, that's dry. That is very dry. Not what you want to see ideally, but sometimes, like I said, if it's detached, then the suction is going to grab it really easily, which you just did there. And we're just going to get this last section kind of wiggled around. I apologize if my voice is a bit disjointed today, guys, but my goodness me, it's just, the video is just stuttering like this all the way along, unfortunately. So we're just pulling this last little bit out. There we go. Look at that. Nice picture. Considering the amount you took away at the first instance, that last little bit, there was quite a bit left in there. That was, quite a bit broken off and left in the last section. Coming away well. Eardrum looking good. Very dry canal. You can see those tiny little lifts in there. My goodness me, 4.5 centimeters. I'm going to look at this before it goes off. Inch and 11/16. There we go, guys, on that one. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I'm going to go and sort this technology out so it actually works properly when I do it next time. But in the meantime, guys, if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. If you really, really enjoy the videos, don't forget you can always become members of the channel if you want to. That way, then you get to see even more videos every single week. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And we'll see you all again soon. Bye, everybody.